Hey everybody, Bob Paskins here. Let's get ready for another 2-minute motivational drill. Today I'd love to talk to you about the power of re-evaluation. Figuring out where you are with your goals and if you have to have a little course correction so you're able to reach them. Now, this reminds me of a time back in college. Now, back in college, we had to take a PE class. It was a requirement, and I thought it was actually silly. I'm a member of the track team, and I have to take a PE requirement? Well, also by being a member of the track team, the coach kind of limited what I would be able to participate in. He didn't want anything with physical contact, like ultimate frisbee or lacrosse or anything like that, where I could get injured. So what is that guy going to do in Santa Barbara, California, who needs a PE activity? Of course, I'm going to take sailing. And actually, I loved it. So the spring of my senior year, I ended up taking a sailing class for PE. It was fantastic. What better way to spend the spring of your senior year just kind of tootling around the Santa Barbara harbor? Now, when we did this, we were in two-person dinghies, and that's kind of how they taught. So you'd have one navigator with the compass, and you have one person who was in charge of the tiller, which basically directed the boat. And the class instructor was a guy by the name of Captain Dan. Now, Captain Dan, that was a nice thing. He was in a nice metal boat with a full motor, and he would be tootling around with his megaphone. And one of the things that he would frequently yell would be, "Pull the tiller towards you." Now, what the tiller was a long pole which is directly connected to the rudder. And by either pulling or pushing the tiller, it would change the direction of the boat. Well, I did that for a semester, and quite honestly, I was starting to really get good at sailing and really enjoying sailing this little two-person dinghy. When it came to the final, what we saw for the final exam was we had to move from point A way out to the dinghy at the far end of the harbor in Port B. But it wasn't just a straight shot. We had to go around other buoys in order to get to the destination. And of course it was timed. But the challenging part of it was we had to do this against the wind, which, as you know probably from sailing against the wind is actually a very challenging thing to do. So we set out on the course, and as I was doing it, I was frequently pulling or pushing the tiller, which would obviously affect the rudder and affect the change of direction. Because we couldn't just simply put the tiller in one spot and sail since we were against the wind. We would end up luffing or actually even going backwards. So through this course correcting, we went around all of the buoys and we actually got to the destination. And sure enough, believe it or not, I got an A in sailing. Now, the point of this and the drill of this actually comes from a quote by the name of Jim Rohn. Now, Jim Rohn was the coach and guru to Tony Robbins. So, yeah, he actually knows what he's talking about. But one of his quotes is the fact that you cannot change your destination overnight. But what you can change is the direction that you go overnight. And that really hits us because we might be going out there, we might be setting goals which are way far in the distance, very similar to sailing, trying to get to that goal. And it seems like when we're going, we're constantly being battered against the wind. You can't change your destination, but what you can do is you can change your direction along the way. By pulling and tacking and going back and forth on the tiller, you're able to see what the goal is that you're trying to accomplish. You're able to do quick reevaluations to change where you need to go, doing course corrections so that you would be able to go and reach your goal. So here's the drill. Here's my encouragement to you. As you go out and you are going after those goals, constantly take a look, see where you're going. Feel free to pull that tiller towards you or push it away to change the direction, because even though you cannot change your destination overnight, every day you can change the direction that you choose to go. So this is Bob Paskins for the 2-minute motivational drill, encouraging you to be engaged, to shine your light, and to be a champ. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.